Good evening. If you've been more stressed lately, and I mean feeling that constant background stress about how things are right now in life and in the world, there's something you need to know. You may be doing something unconsciously many times a day that's adding to that stress, not on purpose, but it's a mental pattern that's disrupting your life. And what most people don't realize is that this thing you're doing automatically that makes you feel overwhelmed and tired is affecting your health in many ways. And today we're going to be talking about the mental habit that's generating this stress, one that you probably think is normal or even necessary, but it's not. And once you see it clearly, you can stop doing it. So let's get right to it. So what are you actually doing that's creating so much of your stress? Well, here's what it looks like. Something happens, something you didn't want, something you didn't like, something you didn't expect. And immediately, almost without thinking, your mind jumps to some version of, this shouldn't be happening. This isn't how life is supposed to be. Things shouldn't be this way. Someone disappoints you. They shouldn't have done that. But they did. Your body aches or feels different, and you tell yourself, this shouldn't be happening at my age. But it is. You're stuck in traffic and you think, this shouldn't be happening at this time of day. But it is. The world upsets you and you argue back. The world shouldn't be this way. Politics shouldn't be this way. But it is. Well, then people shouldn't be this way. But they are. This is the way it is. This is reality, at least for right now. So when you get frustrated over things that are happening that you can't control, you've lost something very precious. Your peace, your joy, your happiness. And you end up in a battle you can't win, because reality will always win, because you can't change what is. Now, let me be very clear about something, because many of you may be thinking, wait a minute, are you telling me I'm just supposed to accept everything? Or that I shouldn't care about what's wrong in the world? That I should just be passive? And the answer is, absolutely not. Accepting life the way it is does not mean you approve of what's happening. It doesn't mean you like it. It doesn't mean you prefer it. It doesn't mean you agree with it. And it certainly doesn't mean you stop caring or stop taking action. In fact, if there is something you don't like and you can actually do something about it, then absolutely do it. Speak up, vote, create boundaries, speak to your friend, take action, go to the doctor. Do what you need to do. But here's what I'm talking about. When you stay stuck in anger and frustration and complaining for long periods of time over things you have no control over, that's what's draining you. And I'm not just talking about the world situation. I'm talking about the everyday irritations of life. You're stuck behind someone driving slowly when you're already running late. You're waiting online at the grocery store, waiting for someone to write a check. A check? Technology is not working at the exact moment you need it to. Yeah. You're on hold of some kind of customer service and someone cuts you off in traffic. And in each instance, there's an underlying belief in our head that says, this shouldn't be happening because it's not the way I want it to. But it is. So when you start arguing with how life, people, and the world should be, it's costing you. So what is it costing you? Well, for one thing, it's costing you your physical health. Because every time you argue with, this shouldn't be happening, your body literally goes into stress mode. Your jaw and shoulders tighten, your heart rate increases, and you're flooding your system with stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, for nothing. There is no benefit here, just physical damage. But you're thinking, I'm supposed to be angry about this because I care. And what I'm saying is, you can care very deeply without being stressed about something you can't control, whether it's about the world situation or the guy that just cut you off in traffic or the way people disappoint you. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means letting go of the suffering it's causing in you that is not necessary. Not accepting the way life is showing up is also costing you your emotional health. Because underneath it all, we believe we can't be okay if circumstances aren't the way we think they should be. We have been taught that our peace and our happiness depends on something outside of us changing. So our feelings of well-being end up depending on people behaving the way we want them to, our body cooperating, and whether or not the world makes sense. Now, there is one more thing that our non-acceptance cost us, and it's this. It costs us our spiritual health because we forget that we are already okay. There's a deeper level of security in you called your soul that is not dependent on how life shows up. Your soul has the ability to witness life without needing to control it. So every time you argue with what is, you're missing the opportunity to grow and evolve and to step into your spiritual maturity, which is, I accept what is. I don't like it. But for right now, this is the way it is. And it's important that I take care of myself, my physical, emotional, and spiritual self, by letting go of the irritation it causes me. I like to think of it this way. You're in the ocean on a surfboard. And when the wave goes up, you go up. And when the wave goes down, you go down. You don't argue with the wave. You don't demand it to go in a different direction. You just ride it because the wave is going to do what it does. Life is going to unfold the way it unfolds. Your job isn't to control the wave. Your job is to stay present, stay balanced, and move with it. So when you can accept the way reality is, without you needing it to be different in order for you to be okay, that's when you move to the next level of your spiritual evolvement and maturity. When people ask me, how can you be so peaceful with all this crap going on? It's because I don't need life to be any different than what it is in order for me to be peaceful, joyous, and happy. Do I wish it were different? I sure do. But it's not. But what I can control is how happy or unhappy I'm going to be. And each of us is faced with that decision every day of our life as well. And you know something? I guess it really comes down to this. How important is your happiness and your peace to you? So you always have a choice. You can exhaust yourself fighting the way things are, or you can learn to surf. This is your power, not in changing what is, but in choosing how you react to what is. Here's what I've learned in my 77 years of life. Life is hard enough without us making it harder. The moment you accept how life is showing up, whether you like it or not, you get your power back. Because instead of wasting your precious energy on something you can't control, you can say, can I accept that this is part of the human journey? And most importantly, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? And how can I use my spirituality to deal with this? Now, my dear friends, you're working with life, not against it. And when you stop insisting that reality must change before you're allowed to be at peace, your nervous system relaxes and you start living your life from a higher perspective. And what a difference this will make in the amount of stress you allow in your life, and what a difference it'll make in the world. So the next time you catch yourself arguing with reality, pause and add these words. This is what it is. And then let it go. And notice the shift that will take place within you, because you're not giving up and you're not saying you don't care. You're just learning to surf. This is the practice. And guess what? It works. I'd like to mention that you can download our free Soul Guide PDF by clicking on More right below this video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, and let me know if there are other videos you'd like me to make. And I'd also think you'd like this video too, how to deal with people who drain you. So until next time, allow yourself to rest in the peace that no matter how life appears, you are blessed and you are safe, and there really is no one worth knowing more than you.